She looks at you, smiles, and says everything is fine. But deep down, you can feel something's not being spoken. Every man has faced this uneasy silence, the moment when you realize women rarely say exactly what they feel, yet expect you to understand it anyway. This is where most men fail, not because they're weak, not because they're unworthy, but because no one ever told them the rules of her hidden mind. The truth is, women operate with a psychology that is not written in any textbook, not taught by society, and rarely revealed with honesty. And if you don't know these secrets, you'll forever remain confused, heartbroken, or trapped in a cycle of giving more than you receive. The first secret every man must know is this: women test you not because they hate you, but because they need to feel your strength. When she pulls away, ignores your call, or suddenly changes her tone, it's not always about what you did wrong. It's about seeing if you can stay grounded when she shakes the ground beneath you. Most men panic, over-explain, or beg for reassurance. But the man she truly respects is the one who stays calm, unshaken, and steady. To her, your emotional stability is more valuable than your words, your gifts, or even your promises, because deep in her psychology, safety is not about walls and doors. It's about knowing that the man beside her cannot be broken by mood swings or small storms. But here's the hidden layer. Her tests are not random. They usually come when she feels both desire and fear at the same time. Desire that you could be the man she's been looking for, and fear that if she lets you too close, you'll disappoint her like the others before you. So when she withdraws or becomes distant, she's not necessarily rejecting you, she's measuring you. The question is, do you crumble or do you stand tall? The second secret is even more dangerous. Women rarely reveal the depth of their attraction directly. She may talk about other men, laugh at meaningless stories, or even criticize you in subtle ways. But beneath those layers, she's often signaling something deeper, a need for polarity. A woman does not want to feel like your mother, your babysitter, or your therapist. She wants to feel like your woman. When a man slips into constant neediness, endless explanations, or looks for her approval at every step, she loses the very tension that makes attraction alive. Her mind craves a man who can lead, not one who waits for instructions. And yet, most men don't see this. They confuse being nice with being respected, but in reality, respect grows not from compliance, but from confident boundaries. Imagine this. You walk into a room full of people, and without a word, your presence is felt. Not because you're the loudest, not because you try to impress, but because you radiate self-control, certainty, and quiet power. That's what she's secretly scanning for when she's around you. She may not admit it, but her mind is always asking, can this man carry the weight of both his world and mine, or will I end up carrying him? This is the first hidden truth. Women don't just want love, they want gravity. And the man who understands this holds the key to respect, attraction, and loyalty in ways most men will never even glimpse. There's something most men never realize. A woman's words are often smoke, but her actions are fire. She may say she's fine, she may smile when she's not, but her body language, her tone, and her small shifts of behavior are the true language of her psychology. The third secret is this: women communicate their deepest truths indirectly. If you learn to listen between the lines, you'll hear the things she could never say out loud. If she withdraws when you get too clingy, if she suddenly grows colder when you over-explain yourself, it's her way of showing you that attraction is evaporating. Not because she doesn't care, but because you're not giving her the energy that ignites her. Most men spend their lives trying to fix women with words. They argue, debate, justify, and explain. But the truth she respects is in your silence, in your ability to show through action instead of endless talking. Imagine she pulls away for no reason. You don't chase, you don't beg, you don't panic. Instead, you continue your life with purpose. That's when her psychology flips, because in that moment, you've proven what few men can. You're not afraid to lose her. And paradoxically, that's when she feels she can't afford to lose you. Now let's move to the fourth secret, one that is uncomfortable for most men to accept. Women are emotional creatures, and their feelings can shift like tides. She can love you with passion today and feel distant tomorrow. If you base your self-worth on her emotional highs and lows, you will be dragged into chaos. But if you stay steady, not needing her storms to validate you, she will unconsciously anchor herself to your presence. A woman craves the experience of feeling without limits, but she secretly desires a man who isn't swept away by every wave. She wants freedom to feel, but stability to return to. That duality is her unspoken need. The fifth secret is about her attraction to mystery. Men believe women want full transparency, constant availability, and endless explanation. But here's the raw truth. A woman's attraction feeds on curiosity. She doesn't want to solve you like a puzzle. She wants to feel like she'll never fully reach the center of who you are. If you reveal every thought instantly, if you're always available, if you let her see every weakness without boundaries, you remove the very spark that fuels her desire. Mystery doesn't mean dishonesty. It means you carry yourself in a way that suggests depth, that there are layers to you she may never completely own. And this is what most men never hear. Women want love, yes, but even more, they want to wonder. Wonder if they're good enough to win your attention. Wonder if they've truly earned your loyalty. Wonder what else you might be capable of. This wonder keeps her engaged, keeps her alive in the relationship. When a man removes mystery by oversharing, overcommitting too quickly, or clinging too tightly, he steals from her the very thrill of romance. A woman's mind is drawn not to the man she fully controls, but to the man she can never completely master. That balance between openness and mystery, stability and unpredictability, is where her deepest respect and attraction live. Most men either give too much or hide everything, but the rare man who gives enough to connect, yet keeps enough to remain untouchable, that's the man she never forgets. The sixth secret every man must know is this: women are drawn to how you make them feel, not just who you are. You could have money, status, looks, or charm, but if being around you makes her feel drained, unsafe, or unchallenged, she will silently begin to pull away. She may not even understand why herself, but she'll feel it. Attraction for women is not built on logic. It's an emotional experience. And here's the truth most men never hear. If you want her loyalty, you must master the art of creating consistent emotional impact. That doesn't mean drama. It means intensity. A woman never forgets the man who made her heart race, who made her laugh when she didn't want to, who made her feel alive simply by his presence. The seventh secret is about leadership. Many men today have been told that leading is toxic, that they should avoid taking control. But in reality, a woman doesn't want a dictator. She wants a man who can make decisions, who can guide without fear, and who can walk with vision. If she feels like she has to constantly push you, remind you, or direct you, her respect erodes. Women may argue, they may test, they may resist in the moment, but deep down, they crave a man who has the courage to stand firm and lead. Leadership in relationships doesn't mean control. It means direction. And without direction, she feels lost, even if she doesn't admit it. Now, let's move to the eighth secret. Women crave contrast. She doesn't just want stability, she also wants unpredictability. Too much safety without excitement becomes suffocating. Too much excitement without safety becomes chaotic. Her psychology is wired to desire both. And this is where most men fail. They give her only one side. The man who is steady but also spontaneous, reliable but also adventurous, protective but also free-spirited, that's the man who leaves her addicted. She doesn't just want a partner, she wants a spectrum of experience. If you give her only calmness, she'll grow restless. If you give her only chaos, she'll grow exhausted. But when you can dance between the two, you become unforgettable. The ninth secret is hidden in her silence. When a woman goes quiet, most men panic. They assume she's angry, disinterested, or falling out of love. But silence is often her way of watching you, of testing your energy without words. In those moments, if you rush to fill the space, to beg for answers, or to explain yourself endlessly, you fail her test. But if you hold your ground, let the silence breathe, and show that you are unafraid of stillness, she feels something deeper. Trust. Because deep in her mind, silence is not emptiness, it's intimacy. Only a strong man can stand in silence with her without losing himself. This is the secret most men overlook. Her attraction is not built in what you say, but in how you make her feel without words. When she feels both safe and excited, when she feels both led and free, when she feels both seen and challenged, that's when she knows she's found a man worth giving herself to. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most men never learn these things until it's too late, until she's already gone, until she's already found someone who makes her feel what you couldn't. But the man who masters these secrets, he never has to chase because women chase him. Here's the hidden layer that very few men ever uncover. Women are always searching for a man they can look up to, not one they look down on. This doesn't mean you must be richer, stronger, or smarter in every way. It means you must live in a way that inspires her. The man who continuously grows, improves, and evolves keeps her interest alive because she sees his future is bigger than his present. But the man who settles, who loses his hunger, who stops becoming more, slowly becomes invisible in her eyes. A woman's psychology thrives on admiration, and if she can't admire you, her love turns into something hollow. This is why confidence is not optional. It is oxygen. But real confidence is not arrogance. Real confidence is the quiet certainty that you know who you are, you know where you're going, and you don't need anyone's approval to validate it. When a woman senses this, she relaxes into her feminine nature. She feels she can finally let go of control because you already have control of yourself. But when she feels you are insecure, doubting, or endlessly seeking her reassurance, she hardens. She steps into masculine energy, and the polarity that fuels attraction begins to die. And here's a truth that shakes most men. She will never tell you this directly. She will never say, I need you to be stronger than me emotionally. I need you to have vision when I am lost. I need you to stand firm when I collapse. Instead, she will test, she will push, she will complain. She will create storms not because she wants chaos, but because she wants to feel your anchor in the middle of it. If you collapse under the weight of her storms, she loses the very feeling she was searching for. But if you remain steady, calm, and unbroken, she feels what her psychology craves most: safety inside of passion. Another secret few understand is the duality of her nature. A woman wants to feel both protected and desired. She doesn't just want you to stand guard over her heart, she wants to feel like she still excites you, like she still awakens the fire in you. Too many men give protection, but forget desire. They become safe, predictable, reliable, but also dull. And when desire fades, she begins to feel invisible, unwanted, and empty, even if you are loyal. That's why true strength is not just about being dependable, it's about keeping her feminine alive by showing her she still lights a spark inside you. Here's the unfiltered reality. Women don't just leave because they find someone else. They often leave because the man they're with stopped being the man they once admired. He stopped growing, stopped leading, stopped creating emotional impact. And when that happens, she feels the relationship has already died, even if the two of you are still standing side by side. The secret most men ignore is that a woman's psychology is not against you. It's designed to call you into your highest self. Her tests, her moods, her demands, they are not curses. They are challenges meant to reveal whether you are the man who can handle the storm or the one who drowns in it. And once you realize this, once you stop seeing her psychology as your enemy and start seeing it as your training ground, you unlock the deepest truth. She doesn't want to break you. She wants to find the man she cannot break. Now we reach the final hidden truth, the one that ties all the others together. Women are drawn to the man who chooses himself first. At first, this may sound selfish, but it's the exact opposite. When you choose yourself, your purpose, your growth, your principles, you show her that you are not a boy looking for permission, but a man who already knows his value. And only then can she fully give herself to you. Because here's the paradox of female psychology. The moment you stop needing her approval is the moment she begins to give it freely. The moment you stop chasing her validation is the moment she starts chasing yours. Think about this carefully. Every woman wants to feel wanted, But she doesn't want to feel like your entire identity depends on her. She wants to feel chosen, but only by a man who had the power not to choose her at all. She wants to feel loved, but only by a man whose love comes from abundance, not desperation. This is why men who put themselves first are often the ones women fight hardest to keep. Because deep down, she knows his world doesn't collapse without her. And that makes her want to be part of it even more. Here's the truth you were never supposed to know. Women don't respect the man who sacrifices himself entirely for love. They respect the man who protects his essence even inside love. She doesn't want a man who erases himself to keep her happy. She wants a man who can stand beside her as her equal, her leader, her anchor. And if you become that man, you won't have to play games, chase endlessly, or fear losing her. She will feel it in her bones. You are rare, you are irreplaceable, and you are the kind of man her psychology was designed to follow. So I'll leave you with this. Are you living as the man she respects, or are you slowly becoming the man she tolerates? Are you leading with vision and self-respect, or are you waiting for her to guide you? The answer to these questions will determine everything, whether you live your life chasing women who slip through your fingers or standing firm as the man women fight to keep. If this message struck something deep inside you, I want to hear your truth. Tell me in the comments below, which of these secrets hit you the hardest and why? And if you know a man who needs to hear this, share this video with him right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications, because the next time we speak, I'll reveal even more truths you were never meant to know.